The thing about narcissistic individuals and their behaviour is that we don't always recognise it as abuse, and it's not always because we're just naive to the behaviour. They have ways of pacifying people, of making their behaviour seem normal, of creating that self-doubt in others so people go against their instincts because they haven't got the actual evidence or proof to say, hang on a minute, no, that's not what you meant by that, because narcissists will use plausible deniability. Narcissistic individuals rarely show their true nature outright. Instead, their manipulation is often wrapped in gifts and generosity and behaviours that appear selfless and normal, even caring. At first glance, narcissistic individuals just appear like everybody else. However, beneath the surface, their actions are designed to manipulate, control, confuse, and break down your sense of self. Narcissistic individuals will use a lot of flattery, excessive flattery and love bombing, which can just feel like compliments, and they care about you. At the start of a relationship with a narcissistic individual, they will shower you with affection, attention, gifts, false promises, constant messages. They appear caring and kind and romantic, but every action is a transaction. It's a tactic to make you dependent on their approval. And once they've secured your trust, the affection disappears, leaving you chasing after the person they pretended to be. The thing about narcissistic parents is they tend not to treat you terribly all of the time. One minute, they're criticising you, they're mocking you, they're having a joke at your expense. The next minute, they're treating you to ice cream. And it's very difficult for a young child to wrap their head around that. They also use helpful criticism. And as when you're in a genuine relationship, a genuine friendship, a genuine parent, you want some constructive feedback from people. Constructive feedback is feedback that's going to help you, it's going to benefit you, it's going to help you improve. Narcissistic individuals take this and they frame their insults as advice. They claim that they're just trying to help you. They're just being honest. They're only saying it because they care about you. However, when their words slowly chip away at your confidence, making you feel inadequate and more reliant on them for validation, there's a good sign that their criticism is more about control, because constructive feedback is feedback where when you try what they recommend, it works out well for you, and thanks for that advice, thanks, really appreciate it. That actually helped. Narcissists sabotage. They play the victim. Narcissists twist any situation they can to gain sympathy. If you dare to call out a narcissistic individual, if you dare to confront them about their toxic, their hurtful behaviour, they'll flip the narrative. They'll act all sweet and innocent. How come you, of all people, can think that of me? I can't believe you think I'd do that for you. After all I've been through, this is how you're treating me. After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me. It makes you feel guilty for daring to try and hold them accountable. It makes you walk away questioning your motives, your intentions, rather than their behaviour. They use a ton of backhanded compliments, so they will subtly put you down while appearing supportive. They'll turn around and say, "Oh, you look nice today, for once." Or, "Wow, I didn't think you'd be able to achieve that." And these comments are repeatedly said in a manner that programs you to doubt yourself and doubt their intentions. And if you dare to question their intentions, they play the victim. I was only trying to play you a compliment. It's only because I care. I thought, I know not to bother saying anything in the future. They turn into the victim. They shift the blame. And as sometimes It's not our responsibility. Someone else's behaviour wasn't our responsibility. So sometimes it's, hang on a minute, no, that wasn't me. With a narcissist, even if it is them, if it paints them in a negative light, it wasn't there. No matter what happens that makes them look bad, it's never their fault. If they hurt you, it's because you made them do it. They'll be insensitive towards you and accuse you of being too sensitive. They'll create chaos and accuse you of being dramatic. They'll push your buttons and accuse you of overreacting or being crazy. They'll provoke insecurities within you and then accuse you of being jealous. They'll lie to you and then claim it's because they knew you'd react like this. They'll make out that you made it so they felt like they couldn't tell you. They rewrite reality to avoid responsibility. And they make jokes at your expense. They insult you and then claim that they were only joking. You're the one at fault because you can't take the joke. They shift the blame back onto you. They make you feel like you're being unreasonable for being upset at being the butt of their jokes. And over time, this erodes your self-esteem and allows them to continue saying hurtful and cruel things without any consequences for their actions. They're used to silent treatment, disguised as needing space. We can all need space from time to time. If someone's done something and it is genuinely just out of lack of communication and they've hurt your feelings or they've hurt somebody else's feelings, they've hurt your child's feelings, and you try and approach the subject and they get defensive, you can create that divide where both parties might need to just have some downtime and then recognise that it's a one-off, it's not a repeat pattern of behaviour, and then they come together again. With a narcissistic individual, you dare say no to them and they get offended and fall silent on you. You don't give them the right amount of admiration and praise, they get offended and they fall silent on you. It's their passive-aggressive behaviour. They will stir up the conflict and then fail to resolve the conflict. They just withdraw affection, ignore you, punish you, claim that's why they can't have a conversation with you. When you try to talk, they act like you're the problem for not giving them the space. They will use it as an excuse to react badly and then claim it was your fault for not leaving them alone. And because you were trying to resolve an issue, you believe it's your fault because you didn't leave them alone when they just wouldn't resolve the issue at hand. Nothing gets resolved with narcissistic individuals. The best thing you can do is recognise the toxic patterns of behaviour so that you can protect yourself. These behaviours, when they're a pattern of behaviour, they're not normal, they're manipulative. Trust your instincts. They usually know what they're on about even when you don't. Set healthy boundaries and surround yourself with people who are supportive of you as you are supportive of them, not those who make you question your worth. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do have a few select one-to-one slots available. If you're looking for further reading on narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several books out on Amazon. Behind the Mask, The Rise of the Narcissist, which is the first in a 3-part series, which is a novel. How to Create Boundaries Around Those Who Have No Respect for Your Boundaries. 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People. How to Stay Sane and Break the Chain with Those You Cannot Go No Contact With. Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal for recovery and empowerment. And this is a journal, so although there are prompts behind the page, it's all about recognising the abuse itself and then the little prompts and journaling to help your mindset recover from narcissistic abuse. And then there is a Narcissist Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the criteria, the different games that they play, how it affects you, and different methods of recovery. If anyone is interested in any of those, they are all available on Amazon. Thank you very much for watching. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.